The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Nuggets, they've got Porter, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. To the paint, and Lillard throws it down.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Murray surveying the D, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for locked picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Jokic. Down low, Porter with the steal. Here's Gordon. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Lillard outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray against Lillard. Murray dishes to Gordon. Shoots over Covington. That one a little long. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Powell, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gordon finds Jokic, and the shot goes down. Jokic has got his second basket.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Shoots over Barton. McCollum, no good. Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Porter, and Covington sends it back. Jokic with the steal. And Barton throws it down.
A big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
Lillard against Murray. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Jokic. The Blazers getting the bucket. Now Murray. 6 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The shot missing. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. McCollum against Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Good work there as it goes.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Murray against McCollum. Jokic inside. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the three-point bomb. Murray's got 5 now.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
There's 25 seconds left in the first. Murray, the pass to Millsap, banked in off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Anthony. Jokic grabs the miss. Murray finds Gordon. Good if it goes. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 9. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second.
He thought the money make you happy, it don't make you different.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Gordon out there with Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Jamal Murray. Trailblazers trail by 9. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Jones slams it home. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Up top, Canner. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Jones. Here's Simons. Millsap covering. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And so Green will bring it up for Denver. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Gordon inside. Anthony on him.
Melo using all of his length to stretch that one out there. Good job contesting that shot.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Denver leading by 9. Campazzo, covered by Lillard, passes it to Bull. Pulls it up. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Here's Covington. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Campazzo lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Denver leading by 9. A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Here's Dozier, guarded by Powell. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Pass to Covington. Nurkic in the post. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The pass to Barton. To the inside, McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Pass to Nurkic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Portland, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. And a switch here also for Portland. Jones is checked in.
Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Panthers checked in. Free throw good, Murray.
And Murray so exciting as he's continued to grow his offensive game. Not just a spot-up, three-point deep shooter, but now operating behind pick and rolls and becoming more and more of a leader for this ball club.
Here's Cantor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
McGee, the pass to Jokic. Barton kicks to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, there's a little bit of Murray's handle on display. The D looked totally confused as to what to do there.
Here's Lillard. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Murray right side. Here's McGee. And so we wrap up the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, and one of the strengths of this... Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Lillard way outside. Doesn't go that time. And it's Denver the other way. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nobody near Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Murray outside. Passes it to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 8 points.
Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic, and it's Green in for Porter. And then for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's McCollum, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end.
Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Shoots. Nurkic in the post. Millsap covering. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Murray outside. Poked away. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Simons. Rips down the breakaway slam.
It's great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. It's good again, and an excellent 7th grade shooting night so far.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
1:44 left in the third. Nurkic the pass to Carmelo. Great tee that time from Green. The Nuggets leading by 11. Here's Gordon. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Shoots over Barton. Kept alive. Here's Nurkic. That shot off. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams changing it up here. Nuggets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Here's Dozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gordon against Jones. Gordon dishes to Green. Over Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. Green, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's McCollum. The pass to Carmelo, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Pass to Dozier. And here is Green. Out to the right wing. Here's Dozier, and Covington sends it back. McCollum right side. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From deep 3-point range, good on the triple. McCollum's got 7.
Well, the shot starts with a good, strong base. That gives McCollum the foundation to hit shots well behind the arc.
Martin from outside, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. 3-pointer, Lillard. Barton with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 10. Inside, here's Jokic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Lillard, right side. The high post shot. Jump shot is good that time.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Kanter. That misses off the backboard. Trailblazers trail by 10, and they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside, Covington. Pass to Kanter. Back to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lillard's got 20 points.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Down low, here's Kanter. Bank shot, no good.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Denver leading by 10. Murray outside.
Hustling to get up on that shot. No one can fault Kanter for his defensive effort on that one.
Here's Dozier, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Excellent D from Kanter.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Covington finds McCollum. The 3. That shot off the mark. Now Denver takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Portland Trailblazers. A 12-point game. 3-pointer. Rebounded by McGee.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Murray outside. Over to the wing, and Jokic wide open. He shoots. Again, the Nuggets score.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Jokic, and they get it back. Here's Covington. Here's Kanter. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Hillard against Murray. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Denver.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Jokic against Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer, Barton, and another miss by Denver. And Portland has possession. They trail by 9 points. And it's Giles missing. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Campazzo, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of fun. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. To the middle, Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Anthony. Over George. No good off the back of the rim. Here now the Clippers. There's the dish to Leonard. Outside for Batum. To Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now, here is George. The pass to Leonard. Porter with the steal. He dishes it to Barton. And the turnover again by Denver. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Jackson passes to Zubac. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Gordon kicks to Barton. The drive by Jokic. Barton, wide open, he fires, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Here's the Clippers, trailing by 2. George against Barton. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. And that one is good from Zubac.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
George against Murray. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jokic finds Murray. The kick out to Porter. Shot clock at 3 from the baseline. Jokic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
George looking around and stolen by Murray. Gordon the pass to Murray. Back to Gordon. And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside Jackson. Zubac kicks to George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets leading by 4. Barton drives in. He draws iron on the dunk.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
George dishes to Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jokic.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Man passes to Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Rondo against Murray. Cloak loose. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Here's Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the shooting guard position.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
Pass to Gordon. Here's Green. Campazzo. He's covered by Rondo. For three, Millsap. But they get it back. Gordon with no one around. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Rondo kicks to Morris. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Patterson to the left wing. Mann passes to Patterson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Green dishes to Millsap. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
When it comes to drawing fouls, Millsap's one of the best in the league.
For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for JaMychal Green. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Will Barton in for Murray. The Clippers trail. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Rondo passes to Patterson. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Barton drives in. That one's not going to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Rondo passes to Mann. Right side, Rondo. Pass to Mann from the arc. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Pass to Mann. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
For Denver, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Outside, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Rondo looking over the floor. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Back to Patterson. Just 4 to shoot. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Porter in the corner. Campazzo hits it from 3-point range. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Mann passes to Kennard. Outside, Rondo takes a 3. Rebounded by McGee.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Barton dishes to McGee. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Mann. Barton defending. Morris inside. Millsap on him. Morris finds Rondo. The tray. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket for Morris.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Back to Porter.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of making a difference on that end.
So that'll be it for...
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. So on the floor for Denver, Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, then it's Porter, and it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
The Nuggets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, Murray. Now Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Makes it off the glass.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Here's Murray. He has 5. A fader. Jokic, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Oh, Leonard in position. The kick out to Barton. Here's Gordon. Denver passing it around. Jokic against Batum. Up again. It's good on the putback. Gordon's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's George, and he banks in the layup.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Murray surveying the D. Excellent D there from George.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Denver leading by 7. Barton outside. And now here comes Gordon leading the break.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for your Clippers.
First one falls for him.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. 1:44 left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. Here's Murray. And good that time. Murray's got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside, George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Morris finds George. And he gets the whistle. 2. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing that that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Here's Bull. Right wing to the paint. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Free throw good, Paul George. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Out to the wing. Here's Bull. The feed now to McGee. And foul on the shots. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kennard with the ball. There's the triple. No good that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Murray against George. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. And easy 2 points on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his team.
Outside, George. He's off on that one. Barton with some nice D.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Right side, Gordon. Off target with the jump hook. Gordon's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And he banks in the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Barton against George. To the left side wing. Zubac kicks to George.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Gordon dishes to Barton, kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Murray. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Murray against George. And it's Murray penetrating. He feeds it to Gordon. And the pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Gordon. Over Jackson. A second chance effort. And it's Jokic missing. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Outside, George. That doesn't go either for George. Denver leading by 4. Barton finds Gordon. And here's Jokic. And yes, it's good.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Trains the three-pointer.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the 4th quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Here's Murray. This is it to Jokic. .56 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's Murray up on top. The kick out to Porter. Here's Jokic. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Rondo in the corner. George passes to Rondo. Back to George to take the lead. Missed.
using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. Soaring high above the Willamette. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. From outside, off the mark.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
George passes to Batum. Back to George. Leonard with the ball. Shoots over Powell. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here we go, one-on-one. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Zubac. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
McCollum outside, beyond the arc. And no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Leonard dishes to George. Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. All going up court. Powell kicks to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Six to shoot. And the rejection by Zubac.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms to lay.
Lillard finds Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. Back to Lillard. It's good. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Over in the corner, Lillard. And it's sent back by George. But they'll get another chance. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Oh, that was something else.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here we go, one-on-one. It's Powell on the wing. Passes it to Covington. Kicks to McCollum. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. And Covington stays with it.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
George, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard, bounce pass. Zubats against Nurkic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
To the inside. Zubats. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. 11 seconds left to play in the first. Lillard with it. A 3 from McCollum. No good on that one. We come back right after this.
Show up.
And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard, and it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And here's McCollum for 3. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Back to Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Morris. Out of hand on it.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's Rondo after the Trailblazers pick up 2. The pass to Coffey. Here's Oturu. Here's Morris. No good there. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Rondo finds Kennard. Morris outside. To the middle. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got 4 this quarter.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
McCollum against Kennard. Anthony, the pass to Jones. Out to Anthony. Here's McCollum. Fires the 3. And Cantor throws it down.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding the Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher. He doesn't mind the physical battles.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. That's good from Cantor. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He feeds it to Patterson. 4 on the clock. Over Cantor. It's tipped, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. Anthony looking it over. Lillard outside. Cantor trying to free himself up. The second effort. Pass to Lillard. Outside Anthony. Here's Lillard. From deep. Cantor kicks to Powell. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Leonard. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Lillard. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Cantor. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lillard from outside knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Star just keeps rising to Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
The deep 3 from George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
George looking around. George missing again. One-on-one here. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. And that's
and as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
We've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Lillard. Passes to Powell. Lets it go from deep, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. Outside, George. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. And here's Kanter. Here's Nurkic. Feeds to Kanter. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Deflects the pass. Down low, here's Leonard. He nails it, and we're tied up. Leonard's got 9.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Now Lillard to the paint. Tries it from 9. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's George. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
George against Lillard. Cantor with it. 5 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Elbow shot. Rebound by the Clippers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jones checked in for Portland. For the Clippers. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kennard for 3. And Jones pulls it down. So timeout called here. The first for Portland.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Pass to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Nurkic gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Rondo. Now the pass to Coffey. Back to Rondo. Wide open look. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the wide open shot for Morris. Drops in the tray. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's stolen by Morris. Covington with the steal. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Rondo passes to Morris. Back to Rondo. Over Jones. Here's Oturu. Morris against Covington. Passes it to Oturu. Now Kennard. On the clock. He's off from 17 feet.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. It's still. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. He let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the shooting guard position.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Rondo kicks to Patterson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. McCollum finds Nurkic, and it's Anthony at the elbow. And McCollum launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for the night.
McCollum outside, inside. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Man, that one falls. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Pass to Simons. Back to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Morris against Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Goes back up. The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here's Morris for 3. Powell pulls it in. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve in his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me? As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Marcus Morris. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Got a piece of it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Lillard the pass to McCollum. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And he makes that one. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Lillard surveying the D. It's Covington on the wing. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And George gets it to go.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now. Looking to build out their advantage even further.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. Shoots the 3. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Los Angeles.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
Lillard outside. Can they get it? Good on the three-point shot.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
The deep three from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Clippers moving the ball around. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Covington in the corner. It's deflected. Paul George with the steal. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
So it's Denver now. Portland making their last shot. The kick out to Porter. Out left to the wing. Here's Jokic. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard outside. It's good.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Murray against Lillard. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
14 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. Outside Gordon. Clock at 4. Campazzo. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. McCollum outside. Pass to Carmelo. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. 8-point game. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the strength of Murray. Finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Here's Simons. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Portland making their last shot. And there it is for him.
Millsap, this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Simons. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a...
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Jones. Powell is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Murray kicks to McGee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Lillard's checked in for Powell. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Denver also making a switch. Jokic is checked in. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Good D by Covington.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Campazzo, covered by Lillard, passes to Jokic, shoots from 14. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Barton. Here's Porter. Makes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Jones, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Portland again missing. The Nuggets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 7 points.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Barton outside. And there's the pass to Jokic. Lock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Well, one of the very best big men at handling the ball. Jokic's moves and creativity really set him apart as a big guy.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. And Denver also making a switch. Dozier's checked in. McCollum left side. The three-pointer no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Green. Barton kicks to Dozier. Outside, Porter. Jacks up a three. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Boy, Jokic has such special skills offensively and doing some damage in a big way that time on the offensive glass.
Lillard, right side. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Goes up again. Cantor's shot is off. Here's Green. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Carmelo first.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the and that'll
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Murray. Green is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the shooting guard.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Porter passes to Green, and Covington sends it back.
You know, you talk about Covington, and he's what you call a typical 3-and-D player. Has been that way most of his career.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Harry Giles subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Denver, Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. JaVale McGee comes in for Green, and Paul Millsap is subbed in for Michael Porter. It's stolen. McCollum left side. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Millsap, and the shot goes in.
With long arms and excellent skill and understated strength, Millsap bullies the defender on the finish.
And it's McCollum in the corner. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Murray outside. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And now Portland on the break. Gordon against Cantor. Count that one. Cantor's got 4 points this quarter.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Bull, the pass to Gordon. Shoots over Cantor. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Giles. Derek Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Barton. Kicks it to Millsap. Banked in off the glass. Millsap's got 6.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Pass to Simons. Back to Powell. Fires the 3. No good. Shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. Barton outside. Down low. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Barton. Barton's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Anthony. Pass to Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. For the Nuggets, Bull, he's checked in for Jokic. JaVale McGee comes in for Green. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for Michael Porter. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now, here's Bull. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 on the shot clock. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
On the wing, Jones. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Anthony's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here's Bull. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut back down to single digits after the bucket is good from Carmelo Anthony. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. To the right side. Dozier passes to Bull. Here's Dozier. Here's the 3. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's Denver in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now Lillard makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Murray surveying the D to the left wing. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Denver the rebound. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Well, you know what I like to say? Persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
McCollum left side, looking to get back on track here. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Porter. Dish now to Barton. Murray against Covington. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Anthony on the wing. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shoots over Barton. McCollum no good.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Barton kicks to Jokic. He had a nice open look right there. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
Here is Lillard. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Murray with it. To the inside, Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
There's the pass to Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Inside. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Jokic. Gordon's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic trying to get open.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Pass to Barton. Back to Murray. Now Jokic down low. Gordon the pass to Jokic. And Covington sends it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Denver. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Dozier. Pass to Murray for the three. He can't get it to go. He's covered by Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. He's perfect from the line this time. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see Denver get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. A beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for the Nuggets, we've got Aaron Gordon. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
That one drops for him.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And stolen by Murray. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Here's the teardrop. The shot misses. Murray with the defensive effort.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Leonard. Michael Porter making his last shot. Leonard kicks to Batum. Back to Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Barton outside. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gordon the pass to Murray. Back to Gordon. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard inside. Barton defending. Leonard with the bucket.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
George against Murray. Dishes it to Gordon. Back to Murray. Jokic draws the double. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. And it's all evened up. Leonard's got 6.
That is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Murray against George. Murray dishes to Gordon. And it's blocked. And it's Leonard at the elbow. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Now here's Barton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 1:09 left here in the first quarter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Murray against George. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
George against Murray. Puts it up. And it's George missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jokic passes to Gordon. Fades. Again, the Nuggets score.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Outside, George. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Dozier in at the small forward. To the middle, here's McGee, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rondo with a clean look, offline with his three. Denver in the lead. Murray with it. Campazzo. Good work defensively by Morris. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Rondo passes to Oturu. Puts it up from 7. Misses off the right iron. Nugget shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Now here's Rondo. To the paint. Here's Morris. And it's in there. Morris has got his first points in this one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
To the middle, here's Millsap. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Mann. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Murray against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Morris into the lane. The 3-ball. The putback misses the follow-up. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Pass to Dozier. Campazzo, he dishes it to McGee. And at last, they get one to fall.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And George, here we go. Outside, Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Murray finds McGee. To the wing right side. Campazzo, defended by George. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers trail. Here's Leonard. And that one, good. Leonard's got 10 points.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
Murray surveying the D. Out to the right wing. For 3. Again, the miss by Murray. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 52 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Dozier. Off target from outside. And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball at 42%. That puts them in the lead. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got a hand on it. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. McGee's got the game tied up here for Denver.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Outside, George. That three off the mark. It's all tied in Denver. Time now.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Just 3 to shoot. Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Porter. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Jrue Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
McGee, the pass to Porter. The pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Passes it to Mann. 90 seconds now into the second half. On the wing, Morris. Martin defending. Here's Oturu. Jackson has the open look. No good from outside. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. For the lead. And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. Barton's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jackson against Barton. Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Morris, left side. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Oturu's shot is off.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defense.
Wow, hammering it in!
Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
Rondo against McGee. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Pass to Porter. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Campazzo, Zubac's defending. Pass to Jokic. Barton outside. Back to Jokic. Lets it go from 11. And again, it's Denver.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
Now, here's George. He's guarded closer. Outside for Batum. And George, here we go. He can't hit that time. Good defense by Jokic.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And again, it's Denver.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
The three from George. That doesn't go either for George.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Clippers trail by 8. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
To the inside. Martin inside the line, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton. That's the group on the floor for Denver. 6 to shoot. Campazzo. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Leonard inside. Millsap's there. Patterson finds George. Looking to end his cold spell, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Campazzo, defended by George. Patterson against Gordon. Ball's knocked loose. Barton dishes to Millsap. Shoots over Patterson, but they get it back. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Millsap. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for George. Patterson passes to Batum to tie it up. And the layup is good. Batum's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Murray outside. No good with the triple. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And now we've got the intentional foul. Zubats is checked in for Patterson. Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Man's checked in, and it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
The Clippers have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. George passes to Zubats. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
He gets it in there. And it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
George passes to Zubats. Takes it out to Leonard. 1:46 left in the game.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
Batum with the steal. George with the ball. Now guarded by Murray.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Murray against George. Murray left side. And he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
Here's George. High post, Zubats. Batum finds George. Back to Batum. That shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. One-on-one fast break. Millsap passes to Dozier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Porter's checked in for Paul Millsap. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And a deep 3 from George. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Here's Murray. It falls.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now, here's George. He's covered closely, but they recover it. A shot by Batum, no good. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. All the officials are all over that one.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league. And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Leonard. Good.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game. high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Batum in at the 4-man position. Now, here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket by McCollum.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Jackson looking it over. Over to the wing. Zubac kicks to Leonard. No good. Great D that time from Nurkic. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach doors to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And George, here we go. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got 6 points.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Jackson finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Lillard. Passes it to Powell. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. A shot by George, wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Covington into the lane. Releases. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Cantor's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Now here's Rondo. He's tightly guarded. Patterson can't get it to go. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Lobs it up for Anthony. No good that time. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Back to Kennard. Bucket is good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
56 seconds left in the first. The pass to Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Rondo looking around. Coffee passes to Okuru. Stolen by Cantor. And now Portland on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
Rondo on top. High, arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. Rondo's got his second bucket.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Out to Anthony. Out to the right wing. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons, the pass to Anthony. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all tied. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Kennard, following the score by Damian Lillard. Kennard, the pass to Zubac, and he comes up with the deuce.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. Offline with his three. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Reggie Jackson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And it's George missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They grabbed their own miss. Anthony with the bucket.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. A putback. He can't get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Clippers trail by 5. And Leonard has it in the corner. Swiped away. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington with the ball. And the dunk by Covington.
Well, you can see Covington's speed and transition opportunities. That was a nice job getting out in front.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Right wing. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Leonard. Cullen passes to Nurkic. 2 points. That one goes.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, George. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. George has got 9.
And that was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. 58 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Powell. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Leonard against Powell. Leonard, no luck. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And the basket by McCollum.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And here's George for 3. The shot comes out, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Simons the pass to Nurkic, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is...
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Outside, George. The long distance 3 is buried. George has got 14 points. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree. And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Lillard looking around. Passes it to McCollum. Nurkic up top. Zubac's defending. McCollum no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Leonard. And no good that time. Good D by Covington.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
They get it back. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Clippers making a switch here. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Portland shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Clippers trail by 3. And here's Rondo. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Clock at 6. Here's Kennard. Buries it down low. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Now here's Lillard. He's got 15. Over Rondo. Lillard finds Canner. Tries from 7. It's deflected. Here's Kennard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Coffey.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Lillard against Rondo. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now Lillard. And there's the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Coffey. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Morris, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Lillard fires away from way outside. No good on the 3. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
The first one falls. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And so he hits both. 44 seconds left in the third. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rondo against Lillard. Five on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Deep 2 from Anthony, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Morris inside, over Jones, and the shot is long. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He's been a... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Patrick Patterson. Paul George is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's man in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The drive by Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
McCollum against Jackson. Down low, and stolen by Patterson. And here's George for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And this game is tied up now.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
George looking over the floor. Pass to man. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Cantor trying to free himself up, and it's George missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Cantor tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Simons has got 4 this quarter.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
And so they foul intentionally. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. George against Lillard. McCollum kicks to Covington. McCollum left side. 6 on the shot clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
And George, here we go. And that one, good. George has got 19 points.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Nurkic up top. Zubac's defending. McCollum against Rondo. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
From deep, George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A good look from McCollum. Anthony's shot is off. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Fouls checked in. Right side, Leonard. Count it.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Here's Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Outside, Covington. Lillard with it. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Outside, George buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
McCollum outside. Lillard against George. Lillard attacks. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Inside. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Now a timeout called by Portland. The score is tied at 61. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin.
Whether the coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes comes to some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game.